Hello there, I'm Lyndon Thorpe. Welcome to Mindful Moments, Touch Your Heart every day to help you to lay down a foundation of mindfulness to sustain your busy life. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're here for the first time, congratulations. This is a great investment of your time and energy. This week we've been focusing on ethical visibility, as well as tolerance, which we'll be talking about tomorrow in Lodestone, or Embodiment Q&A as it's now called. But yes, basically, we want to make sure that everybody who is out on the internet is really carefully considering how they are out on the internet. Are they being ethical? And ethical visibility means that you really are being sincere, you're showing up and being really human, really genuine, and you're very sensitive about what you put out there. You're kind. You want to contribute to the global community in a sincere way. So yes, please, while we go into this practice, please think about your visibility. Everybody needs to get into the idea of a personal economy. We're really hamstrung by outsourcing to people. And it's now that we need to depend on ourselves. And to be able to survive, we need multiple streams of income, and we need to be self-dependent. This is the future. Yeah. YouTube members, are you being ethical in everything you do? That's our theme this week. Yesterday we had a guest on Your Body is Your Business Plan masterclass, a doctor, Swedish doctor, Dr. Annika Sorensen, who really complied and agreed with all my approach. Primary care doctor in Sweden. She really feels that people are weakening because of outsourcing. So yeah, it's really time for us to start thinking future and our ethical approach to being a member of the global community. Yeah. So bear that in mind as we go into our practice. There are just a couple of little things. You'll get the most benefit from this if your spine is vertical and the crown of your head is going upward and the base of your spine, the sitting bones, as I call them, are going down into your seat. And if you're standing, then the soles of your feet are really down into the earth. Okay. This is a practice to raise your consciousness, and your consciousness runs from the crown of your head right down to the base of your spine. Your spinal cord is housed inside your vertebral column, and this really is your unlimited mind. That's where we're going to go now. So it's appropriate and beneficial if you're sitting with a really straight spine. Of course, if you have a problem, a damaged area, or you're not well, then please be comfortable. Please lean if you need to. Okay, and the second thing is that when I ring my bell, you're going to detect its vibration, And you're going to allow your eyelids to fall, but don't close them entirely. Keep them open, a little rim, the bottom of your gaze, because you need to be aware and alert during this practice. People think mindfulness is an opportunity to relax and rest. Well, not primarily. The rest and relaxation comes as a byproduct. But essentially, if you're being mindful, you need to be totally aware and alert. And if not, then it's not mindfulness. Yeah, more about that later. Okay, so let's get started. When you detect the vibrations of my bell, allow your eyelids to drop. Don't close them entirely. Keep a rim of light and just gaze at the tip of your nose. Here we go. Wonderful. So now take a few moments. It will take a little while for you to travel away from the visual field which dominates our lives into your central core, which is still and quiet by comparison. And really, this is reality. We're going down into your reality, your unique reality. And each human being has unique reality. We are each unique. We have different DNA, we have different ancestral lines, and it's really important for us to appreciate and embrace the fact that we are unique in the world. Okay, so now you've arrived. Let's go to stage one of this practice. This is where you channel all the energy of your mind into a single bright, hot laser beam. Your mind is so powerful, and the limited mind is great. The intellectual mind, that's super. The visual field, we need that, but we also need to explore the unlimited mind, because this is where we can find our true nature. Okay? So channel all your energy into a single laser beam, and we're going to slide that laser beam slowly, smoothly outside your immediate environment, outside your wall, ceilings and roof. And if you're already outside or in a vehicle, outside the vehicle, and really as far afield as you can if you're already outside. And we're going to scan the outer environment methodically, little by little, above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. Scanning to detect any vibrations. And when we encounter a vibration, we're going to pause, accept, and move on. No need for labels, no need to guess. Just accept, like a tiger in a jungle, scanning the environment with its body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Every vibration is a matter of life or death, survival or threat. Wonderful. So just put all your attention into scanning. And this exercise really is to tone up your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve starts in the brain, travels down the sides of the face, down the neck, into the chest, and down into the gut, and into the upper arms. If we don't live close to nature, then our vagus nerve may be lacking in tone, and that means that we will not get distress signals from our body. In fact, most of us are disconnected from the body. So my embodiment work is to help to connect you. And this is how we start. Wonderful. If you're new to this, it may seem strange at first, but stay with it. It's not a quick fix. This is a practice you need to practice. I'm here 3 days a week, and if you need to practice on other days, then you can get my product, which is called Lodestone 1, and you can find out about that from my website. Okay, let's move to stage 2 now. Okay, gently, smoothly bring the laser beam of your mind inside your immediate environment, inside your walls and windows, beneath your ceilings and roof, and if you're in a vehicle, inside the vehicle. If you're outdoors, create a 30-meter radius around you and just scan up to that limit and start to scan in detail, systematically, above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. Wonderful. And as you scan, not leaving any dark corner unilluminated, not missing any single vibration. And when you encounter a vibration or a darkness, then pause accept, and move on to scan further. And as you scan, which is toning up your vagus nerve, making you balanced in body, mind, and spirit, then all the time, unconditionally, your breath is there. Your breath is your most extraordinary and most valuable asset. You can't buy it, you can't possess it, but it's always there, 24/7. Most humans breathe between 20 and 24,000 times every 24 hours. It's always there for 50, 60, 70, 80, even 90 years. We don't have to do anything. The glorious body processes the raw oxygen from planet Earth, retains the nutrients, and expels the unwanted components. Your breath is your greatest asset. So allow gratitude to rise from your heart. Take a moment to be so grateful for human existence, for this incredible chance to be a human being. Wonderful. Okay, let's move to stage 3. Please now slide the laser beam of your mind, hot and bright, penetrating, unique to you, inside your body, and move it down to the tips of your toes and start to scan along the tops of your feet, along the soles of your feet towards the heel. Scan in detail, detecting vibrations, and blood and bone and sinew and muscle all give off vibrations. So please detect along your soles and the tops of your feet, and then slide your beam into your ankle joints. Bring the heat and light of your mind inside those joints, soften the cartilage, and then start to scan up the lower leg little by little, centimeter by centimeter, detecting vibrations, and eventually you come to the calf muscles, and they are often hard from the bombardment of gravity and bad posture, tiredness, and so on. So take the heat and light of your mind inside those muscles, soften them, warm them, and then slide up into the knee joints, soften and bring space into those joints and light. And then we start to move up or along the thigh, longest muscle, longest bone in most humans. So start to scan steadily, thoroughly, detecting vibrations, illuminating any darkness, any tightness. And eventually, you'll encounter the torso. And at the base of the torso is your base chakra. This is a congregation of nerve endings which create a lot of heat. And if you're in good condition, your base chakra is a very hot, energetic place. And if you're very tired, you may well feel pain in the low back. That means you need to rest. Okay, and nearby the chakra, this heat wheel at the base of your spine, are the coccyx bones, between 3 and 5 tiny bones. Scan up those. Then we come to the lumbar bones of the spine. These are weight-bearing, chunky bones separated by white discs of cartilage. And we can take the heat and light of the mind into the cartilage, soften them, and then start to build up the back of your body, up the spinal column, bone, disc, bone, disc, and up behind the intestines, processing your food, bones, disc, bone, disc, up behind the solar plexus, which is the center of gravity of the body, and up behind the diaphragm, which is the breathing muscle of the body. And eventually you encounter the rib cage. Inside the rib cage, you'll find the vital organs, but the most magnificent of these organs is the heart. It gives off vibrations 60 times stronger than the brain. Your heart is truly your brain. Climb up behind your heart, bone, disc. The bones and discs are smaller here. Bone, disc, go up into the top half of your chest, at the back of your body, building up the column, and there you'll find your lungs flickering away, processing oxygen so that you can live, so that you can thrive. Bone, disc, and eventually you reach your hand up to touch the notch on the back of your neck. And this is where the cervical spine begins. These bones are much smaller and they're discs, bone, disc, and eventually the cervical spine disappears up into the skull, and right at the crown of your head is the atlas joint. And the atlas joint is where the skull pivots, and it has at its disposal more than 10,000 different orientations and facial expressions. That's why we are master communicators. And there you have it, the whole length of your spine, which you've increased by at least 1 centimeter simply with the power of your laser beam mind. This is another tool, an ancient tool, which we can revive. So there you have it. Your breathing is deepened. Your whole body is aware because of whole body listening. And when you detect the vibration of my bell, allow your eyelids to float up and gaze softly ahead. Wonderful. Look out into the visual world through softened eyes. Muscles behind are soft, and your whole spine is lengthened. Crown of your head going up, soles of your feet down, and your whole body is aware. And this is the most wonderful way to negotiate and navigate the visual field. If you stay back in your spine with your breath, with your whole body awareness, you won't get pulled out into all the visual stimuli teeming through screams and so on. You'll be able to stay balanced, back in your back, and still participate in the visual world. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the end of our practice this week. If you'd like to know more about Lodestone 1 and go on practicing on your own, guided by me, then please check out my website. You can find all the details there. Thanks so much for joining me today. And I'll see you next Tuesday, usual time, usual place. See you.